Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Joining me in the studio now, we are talking about the packs that we had from Vail Sports and Beaver Creek Sports, perfect for a day hiker going to spend some time over at Walking Mountains. I've got Nathan here, and he is the what was your title again? I'm sorry.
I'm the community outreach instructor for Walking Mountains Science
And that's
Center.
a pretty general term, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, my main role is guiding our backcountry hikes and coordinating our hiking programs, both our full day and our half day hikes that we run on Thursdays and Saturdays.
So let's talk about that. I'm actually looking through kind of your summer program schedule right now, and the list goes on and on and on. But on the first page on the bottom, you do have the full day backcountry hikes and the family hikes, and those take place on Thursdays and Saturdays, right?
Yeah, so our family hikes, they're great for the whole family. They're also great for anyone who wants to get their feet wet in hiking, get out on our public lands, but maybe isn't quite up for the full, 6 hours on the trail, climbing a peak kind of adventure. And we pick you up at one of 4 convenient locations in Vail, Minturn, Lions Head, or Edwards at around 8 a.m., and we'll have you back for lunch.
So when you talk about the public land use, you guys work directly with the National Forest, and you have a lot of access to public lands, is that correct?
Yeah, so all of our hiking, we have permits through partnership with the National Forest, the White River National Forest here in Eagle County, and most of our hikes take place on the wilderness lands in the National Forest.
So give us an example of a day hike with you. It's not just about going out and hiking. You have a lot of communication. You're doing a lot in educating the people about, for one, the flora, the fauna, all the different things that people are going to find around here. So you give it it's a very robust hike, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, so at Walking Mountains, we're not just hiking guides, we're also interpretive naturalists. And what that means is that when we're out with you, we're helping you see what we see. So for me, I always enjoy being out more when I understand a little bit of what I'm looking at, and that's our role. So right now, the wildflowers are in peak bloom. We help you see, like, these are some of the interesting wildflowers. This is what they're doing for the ecosystem, and we help you kind of interact a little bit more and get more of an experience out of being in nature and not just seeing it.
So Nathan, you say wildflowers are in full bloom right now.
Yes.
And is that going to be at the higher elevations? Or are we seeing some of the wildflowers at these lower elevations too?
All throughout the mountains. I've seen as you go higher, the wildflowers will change, but the alpine flowers are beautiful right now, as well as our subalpine and more mountainous flowers.
And how about the Colorado state flower?
The Colorado columbine.
Is that around?
It is, yeah. So we're seeing 2 types of columbines right now a lot. The Colorado columbine is the blue flower. That's the state flower everyone knows. And then there's a smaller columbine called the shooting star columbine. And both of those are beautiful and really abundant right now.
So here's a photograph of the shooting star columbine. That is a pretty, I had no idea that that was actually a columbine. And I have seen those before. That's good to know.
It is, and one of the cool things about the columbines is the tubes, or they're called spurs, on the back of the columbines. They have nectar, and biologists have found that they're actually evolutionarily adapted to the length of their pollinator's tongue. So columbine in a certain area might have a different length tube based on what's pollinating it.
Do you know if those are called honeysuckles in the Midwest?
It's a different plant.
It is a different plant, but they look kind of similar, don't they?
Honeysuckle is more of a shrub, but they both have very beautiful flowers.
Okay.
So.
And then obviously the blue, the purple, the beautiful columbine that we all know as the state flower. Now, are all the columbines the state flower, or is it that one right there?
That one's the state flower.
Okay.
But there's many different species, and they hybridize too. So you can get pink columbines.
They hybridize?
Yeah.
That's a cool word.
Yeah.
And you cannot pick these. Let's make it crystal clear, right?
Yeah, no.
They are not to be picked.
Yeah, when we hike with Walking Mountains, we practice leave no trace. And that concept is we take pictures, but we don't take anything out of the environment that we don't bring in with us.
Now, Nathan, if people want to get engaged, if they want to find out more about the hikes or some of the other things you do, what's the best thing for people to do? Maybe stop by?
I'd go to our website first. Go to our website. We have a backcountry hikes page, and it explains everything else. And if you have any other questions about dates or what you need to be prepared, give us a call.
That sounds good, Nathan. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Happy 4th of July to you.
Happy 4th.
All right, we're going to take it to Maddie next. She has a look at your weather forecast, and she's also going to spend some time at Salt Creek Home in Edwards. We'll be right back.